My name is Jay Ellison. I'm the Director of Outdoor Leadership and Education at Lycoming College. And in this video, we're going to take a moment to talk about packs and how to pack your pack for a backpacking trip. Backpacking is a lot of fun, and it's a great way to get out and explore our natural surroundings. Regardless to the type of pack that you choose to use, the principles for packing your pack remain the same. Typically, where you want the majority of your weight is to be right between your shoulder blades, as close to your back as possible. This gives you the ability to move around and not feel so top heavy, and allows you to carry your weight a bit higher so you feel comfortable with the weight that you have. If we were to put the heaviest item that we have in the very bottom of the backpack, then you would feel like it's pulling you to the ground. Or if you put it in the very top of your pack, every time you lean around to get around that root, you'll feel like your bag is going to pull you to the ground. So now let's look into some of the specific items which go into your pack. And here I have in front of me the general guidelines of things that we would carry on a backpacking trip. We have some of our safety equipment, such as a whistle, a headlamp, and a compass, our cooking equipment, eating equipment, water purification, our first aid kit, a food bag, clothes bag, and then our sleeping items. So we're going to go ahead and load the backpack, and I'll show you where each thing should go. Typically, the heaviest thing that we carry, bar none, is food. The food bag can be the heaviest thing, but the good thing is that it gets lighter over time as you go through your backpacking trip. So the first thing that we're going to put in our bag is our sleeping stuff. One of the reasons is because it can be fairly light, and lastly, it's the thing that we typically need last in the day. So we'll go ahead and take our pack and put our sleeping bag all the way at the bottom. Some packs have sleeping bag compartments built in because it's a really common practice to put your sleeping bag in the very bottom. From there, we're gonna look for items that we may need last in the day, such as my tent. So I have a really nice lightweight tent here that can fold up and can go into my bag. And know that if you're backpacking with other people, it's really smart to split your tent into different parts, and each person carries a different part. So one person may carry the tent body, one person may carry the fly, etc., to help share that weight. So from there, I'm going to look for my clothes bag. I've got my clothes here. They're pretty light, and I can go ahead and put them into my pack. And now I'm almost midway up the pack, and I'm going to put my heaviest item, which is my food bag. So my food bag will sit nice and neat, and I can know that because where it is, it's going to be right in the center of my back, and it's going to be really close to my back. So I wouldn't want to put something lighter closer to my back and my food bag farther from my back, because that would make me really kind of top heavy and topsy-turvy. So I put it directly against my back with nothing in between the pack and the food bag. Great, now I've got some smaller items which could move in, and there are items that I'm going to need more readily, such as my first aid kit. So my first aid kit's nice and light, so I can put that on the outside of the pack, away from, adjacent to the food bag. So my water purification can go in, and then here's my cooking utensils. So with cooking utensils, you can really do a pretty good job at condensing it down. So I've got my pot, and I've also got my food bowl, so I can put that inside of that and save some space. This can be carried either in perhaps an outside compartment, because it's really quite light. It's not going to make me feel like I have weight really far from my back. And then I'm pretty much done. I've got most of the stuff I need. My sleeping mat can go on the bottom, external from the pack. And then the things that I'm going to need access to the most, like snacks, very important, are things like my headlamp, my safety whistle, which I should really be wearing on me, and then my maps, compass, etc. This is called the brain of your pack. It's the very top, and it really makes it really accessible to grab things that you're going to need quickly. Other things that could go in your brain are things like rain gear, things that are really quick to grab. One mistake that a lot of beginner backpackers make is they like to hang things on their pack. So they'll have pots or pans hanging off, or whatever the case may be. We really want to try to avoid hanging things off of the pack, because it doesn't allow us to set our pack and let it stay that way. As we walk, things are going to be swaying, moving, clinking together. It can make us feel really imbalanced, especially if we're on really technical terrain. So if you're having to use your hands and feet to move through a boulder field or something like that, having your pack really consolidated with the weight in the right place is critically important. One of the good things about backpacks is if you pack them improperly, they're going to tell you, and you're going to feel it in your back, in your hips, and in your legs. So if you feel yourself having lots of pain in your back or in your legs or in your hips even, then you can know that maybe I need to readdress how my pack is packed and try to move that weight, the bulk of that weight, right into the center of the back and as close to the back as we can. So now that you know how to pack your pack properly, get your backpack out, fill it up with your outdoor gear, and get out there and explore our parks and forests.